Hey everybody, Ernie Johnson here with Shaquille O'Neal and Kenny the Jet Smith. We're wrapping up the NBA regular season in style here on 2K Sports. In this game, we'll see the San Antonio Spurs going up against the Lakers in Los Angeles. Looking at the Lakers, 5-5 over their last 10 games, but they're not satisfied with 500 ball. Looking to tack one onto the win tally tonight. And it's amazing. Final game of the regular season upon us. Some teams have nothing to gain by playing their starters. But, Shaq, you can't rest guys the way you used to.
Yeah, you can. The way the league sees it, unless a guy's injured, he should play. You know, ticket prices are high. It protects the fan. And, again, if you get hurt, just call me. Man up. I got that icy hot for you.
Oh, no question. But you can also manage the minutes, though. You can really do it. Guys just play a certain amount and not really overdo it. Just be smart about it. You know, Popovich is great at that.
It hurts right here. Do you have some icy hot?
Actually, I have some right here, Ernie.
How can it be icy and hot at the same time?
I don't know, but it is.
I can't tell you the formula.
It's pretty amazing.
That's amazing.
Man up.
Yeah. Here's Kevin Harlan.
It's like wet and dry.
You man up too, Kevin.
You're wet and dry at the same time.
Good luck, Marcus.
Please. Enjoy your first and last game in the league, chump.
Two conference rivals, C-Web, squaring off tonight. A little extra. You can feel it riding on this one.
Oh, yeah. You know how the conference rival games go. These games can mean a lot at the end of the season when you're talking about playoff seeding, tiebreakers, all that good stuff. And there's never been anything wrong, in my opinion, with a little mutual dislike. I mean, there are no friends when you step between these lines.
And the starting group for the Spurs. Inside, it's the veterans, Aldridge and Gasol. Young is out there with Green, and it's Anderson in at the small forward. Now, here is Young. Back to Gasol. Lopez with the block. Just 4 to shoot. Deep 2 from Anderson. No good off the front iron. Ingram outside. Basket is good. The assist from Harris.
Oh, terrific pass work. That shot's a lot easier after an assist like that.
Some tough offensive sets. They want to turn it around.
Yeah, right now you just need a bucket to get some momentum.
Green kicks to Gasol. The kick out to Young. Bangs home the trifecta.
Wonderful shooting from the swingman. Young proving how dangerous he is from deep.
Thomas against Young. Thomas feeling it out a bit. The shot, no good. Good defensive work there by Young. Pass to Green. Aldridge with it. Spurs passing it around. Drains it from beyond the arc. 6 points for Marcus Young.
This is how much Young believes in his game. Fantastic at shooting when he feels like he's in a rhythm.
Lopez with the ball. Gasol covering. Young against Harris. And off the front iron, and in it goes. Harris has got his first points of the game.
You can't lose sight of Harris in the pick and roll. When you do, he's going to pounce all over you.
Young with no one around. No good on the triple.
Can't fault him for taking the three. When he's that wide open, can't pass that shot up.
Harris, and slam dunk by Harris.
That's just the game of finding the open man. We talk about how Thomas challenges your defense. He has the quickness, but also the poise.
And C-Web, so many talk about the 2001 Lakers and how they might be one of the greatest teams to ever play. You saw their talent firsthand. What do you think?
I think they had, Kevin, a Hall of Fame coach, two of the greatest players to ever play the game is Shaquille O'Neal and Kobe Bryant. And right there, that 15-1 in the playoffs, That's the gold standard. I mean, Kobe and Shaq were very motivated that year, and I think they're in the conversation for best team ever.
Here's AI, and the Lakers tack on 2 more. And if AI is familiar to anyone, you might remember him from his college days. Played a big role in a college tournament run not too long ago.
And unfortunately for AI, he got a little ahead of himself and declared after that run. And NBA scouts felt he just wasn't ready and ended up going undrafted. Just seems like he needed more time to mature. But I'm guessing he wished he stayed another year in college. Yeah, you know, some of it's shot selection, some just bad luck, and they just can't get anything going.
Well, this is the dilemma as a coach. You wonder, do I need to call a timeout here? Do I need to settle these guys down? Should I let them play through it?
Big group substitution here for the Lakers. Julius Randle's checked in for Lopez. Josh Hart comes in for Brandon Ingram. Kentavious Caldwell-Pope, he's checked in for Harris. And Ball subbed in for Thomas. So San Antonio going with an almost entirely new group here. Laverne, he's checked in for Gasol. Gay comes in for Kyle Anderson. Manu Ginobili's checked in for Green, and it's DeJounte Murray in for Young. Chalk up 2 there.
Defensively, if you force Randle into a jump shot, the mid-range area is where he likes to take it.
Murray surveying the D. The pass to Gay. And then Gay with the dunk.
Well, that's the quickness of Gay. It's just astonishing. He really goes for the juggler thanks to his impressive leaping ability.
The Lakers in the lead. On the sideline, let's catch up with Hall of Famer David Aldridge.
Kevin, Greg Popovich and I talked for a few minutes. Now, they are 0-2 so far against this team this season. I asked them what they have to do to flip the script. He said, well, at the end of the day, it comes down to putting points on the board. We have to be more effective against their shot blockers. Maybe it's crashing the glass. Maybe it's better looks on the perimeter. We have to figure it out. Back to you, Kevin.
That's great, David. Thanks. They've got their hands full against a team that plays such tough D.
And that's why you got to be flexible in terms of your game plan, particularly on the offensive end. They might have to try a few different approaches till they find one that works.
Well, Greg, I think the best approach is a solid motion offense, a lot of back cuts, ball movement side to side. Against a team with this kind of defense, good movement is always the key to breaking them down.
That free throw good from Laverne. Mills, he's checked in for the Spurs. Good on both. There's 42 seconds left here in the first quarter. Ball, the pass to Randle. Back to Ball. Randle left side. Over Laverne. That's good from Randle on the assist by Ball. Randle's got his second bucket of the night.
You know the coaching staff likes that. They've been working on him becoming more and more comfortable with the catch and fire. Randle rewarding their confidence.
Mills looking it over. Just 5 on the clock. Over Ilgauskas. And he didn't get quite enough under that one. He got it up. That shot off. A free-flowing first quarter. Great scoring through 1. Los Angeles on top, up by 4. And back with the start of the second quarter in just a moment. The 5'9" Isaiah Thomas has made a career out of proving his doubters wrong.
Ever since I was a little boy, they always said, you're not going to be this good in high school. Then when I got to high school and played pretty well, they said, well, you're not going to do that good in college. And when I got to college, they said, well, the NBA, those guys are too big. They're too fast, too strong. The things you do in college won't work in the NBA. And I've just kept pushing ever since. I have a goal of mine. I want to be one of the best little guys to ever play the game.
Well, no question about it, Greg. Isaiah Thomas still plays with something to prove.
Definitely what drives him. I mean, hungry to show that he's a top player regardless of size.
And hope you've enjoyed the broadcast so far. Halfway through the first half in this one. And taking a look at the Lakers' performance here, what have they been doing or not doing in the game?
Listen, early on taking the league, I just like their approach offensively.
Yeah, right. Only the first quarter. Don't over-panic, but it seems like their strategy is working. We'll see if the other side can counter.
They've got Hart staying out there with AI. Then it's Randall, and it's Ball in at the point guard. That's who's in the game for the Lakers. Last day of the regular season, C-Web. The postseason's around the corner. Talk about some of the changes we're now going to see from the regular season to the intensity of the postseason.
Well, first of all the crazy fans now get crazy. The intensity inside the stadium revs up tenfold. Everything gets turned up. The stakes, the energy. I mean, each possession is valued a whole lot more, and so it's a lot of fun. How do you have that balance of having to value the ball a little bit more, but still have to play with the freedom during the regular season that'll keep the pace going? It's a fine dance, and only real good teams can master it.
You know you're watching a playoff game. You're right. Good answer. Now, here's Ball. Looking at his point production, he averages almost 8 points a game.
Look at that awareness of Ball. Fantastic at recognizing when his teammates are wide open.
And now approaching 2 minutes of action here in the second quarter. Guys, they're looking for a way to score here.
Yeah, they've had a tough time taking the lid off.
The three from Mills. Here's Ginobili up and in on the layup.
That's a perfect setup. Solid screen. Defender can't avoid it. Opens up a clear path to the bucket.
The Spurs come into this one following a loss to New Orleans.
And they couldn't get stops when they needed to. The opposition just too comfortable shooting the basketball.
And that's what can happen on the road. You have to be aggressive and try to disrupt them out of their normal routine.
And did you see the screen that was set for him? I mean, that was how he got to the hoop.
It was the classic screenplay. It won't show up in the box score, but that screen deserves an assist.
Yeah, guys, and his teammates love it. That'll get him a few big pats on the back.
Time called here. The Spurs decide to talk it over. Let's go now to the sideline and catch up with David Aldridge.
Well, guys, we see new players coming into prominence for the San Antonio Spurs. Now, Greg Popovich gives his veterans credit for accepting it gracefully and helping the young guys be successful. He says it's a tribute to their character and awareness. Kevin?
They certainly have established a great culture in San Antonio. Really something. DA, thank you. And Los Angeles will go for a different look here. Zubats is checked in for AI. Brandon Ingram comes in for Luol Deng. And so it's the Los Angeles Lakers with their lead standing at 6 points here at the end of the quarter. They're playing a bruising game inside, and it's working for them. And now let's catch up with David Aldridge, who's standing by from the sideline. All right, Dave.
Thanks, Brooke. Where is this team right now?
Oh, it's so exciting. You know, it's really thrilling to come out with such a great group of guys every night, you know, and play basketball. You know, it's a lot of fun.
Smiles on your face, Brooke. Thanks for the time. Back to you, Kevin.
Thank you, David, for that interview. And we'll see you back here after the break for third quarter basketball. And we're halfway through this one. Plenty of basketball left in a game that's been fairly even so far. Nice game. Great performance by Julius Randle.
Oh, well, they've done a good job of letting the game come to them, and really few forced shots here so far.
Terrific first half on offense. This is how you draw it up. We'll see if they can maintain that efficiency going forward.
Third quarter action getting rolling right now. Brought to you by Gatorade. All fueled up and ready to go. Here's who's on the floor. On the court right now for the Spurs. Inside, it's the veterans, Aldridge and Gasol. Green out there with Young. And it's Anderson in at the small forward. Los Angeles leading by 4. Harris kicks to Thomas. Passes to Ingram. Over Anderson. That shot misses. So the Spurs will take it the other way.
And you watch Kyle Henderson out there. They call him slow-mo for how he moves on the court. Just one of those jack-of-all-trades type of players on offense, and wasn't known for his defense, but has put in a lot of work to improve in that area.
Here's Ilgauskas, and a little luck that time, but it drops. Ilgauskas has got 8 points. And with AI teaming up with Harris, it's actually a throwback to their collegiate days together.
And you know, Harris was the star of that team, but AI, he carried his own weight, no doubt about it, in that deep tournament run. I know they've had some issues in the past, but they must have put things behind them to team up together now here in the NBA.
And with Anderson, the defense has been a focus for him the last few seasons.
And even though Anderson doesn't get up and down the floor fast, he still has quick hands and feet. Is being asked to guard some of the top forwards in the league for this team and wants players to try and shoot over him so he can use his length. Considers it a win if his assignment takes a jumper and doesn't get around him. And Pau Gasol really on the tail end of what has been a Hall of Fame career. He's a 2-time champion, international star, nothing left to prove, but still manages to put up points with his sharp approach to the game.
He can't make the second free throw either, missing both. And with Pau Gasol, even after almost 2 decades in the league, Greg, he is still a very effective player.
You know, Pau just never seems to get credit for how smart a player he is. When he makes a play on offense, he knows exactly how a defense will react, what will open up, and what the best options are. Kobe knows just how great a teammate Gasol is, and Gasol's knowledge of the game really on an elite level.
Hart, that's good.
And a good example there of why it's important to change ends quickly.
Yeah, talent in this league has it so that now pretty much every team can push the pace. You have to get back on defense.
It's Gay with the drive. Again, the miss by the Spurs. Lakers leading by 8. Pass to Hart. It's AI on the wing. Stolen by Gay. Three minutes gone now in the third quarter. And Murray, here we go. Here's Ginobili. San Antonio again missing. Lakers have gone 3 of 5 to start the second half, developing a nice rhythm out there. High post shot. Laverne grabs the miss. Spurs trail by 8. They've been looking out of sync offensively.
Yeah, their offense has ground to a standstill.
Ginobili kicks to Murray. Pass to Gay. Shot clock at 5. Over Ilgauskas. To end the cold streak. And there's the nice layup by Gasol. Gasol's got 10.
And really, Gasol just never stops attacking the boards. Just utterly relentless at pounding the glass.
So timeout called here, the first for Los Angeles. And the Lakers with some changes. Julius Randle comes in for Brook Lopez. And it's Caldwell Pope in for Brandon Ingram. San Antonio also making some changes. LaMarcus Aldridge comes in for Laverne. And it's Mills in for Pau Gasol. Caldwell Pope kicks the ball. 1:07 left in the third. And Randall throws it down.
Anytime Randall gets near the rim, you better look out. It's about to be a brutal finish.
Spurs trail by 8. Now the pass to Aldridge. Gay against Randall. Passes to Ginobili. Gay outside. Clock at 6. Kicks to Aldridge. Murray for 3. Randall grabs the board.
A slight advantage for them in the rebound department, but that oftentimes is all it takes.
And Caldwell Pope gets the basket.
Oh, great ball movement there.
29 seconds left in the third quarter. And so it's Mills who will bring it up for the Spurs, trailing by 10. Dishes it to Gay. Ginobili outside. Shot clock at 5. Off target from outside. Here's Hart. That falls. Nice feed that time from Ball. Ball's got 4 assists now tonight.
And it's been about that execution offensively. I mean, they have been superb.
Yeah, and it's been a team game, a number of contributions. Guys staying focused. That's why the league continues to grow.
Well, through 3 quarters of play, down double digits, it may be difficult to overcome. Lakers lead by 12. Live from the Staples Center, you're watching 2K Sports. How about a look at today's State Farm assist of the game?
And he sliced the D wide open with this feed. They had no chance to prevent that basket.
No, it's quick decision making. You see a guy open, you can't hesitate. That's an outstanding play.
And there have been 2 very different performances from these teams today as we get going in quarter number 4. Well, in recent years, C-Web players have flirted with quadruple doubles, but they're just so elusive. I mean, you've got to do a lot to get those kind of numbers.
But think about it. Embiid and Westbrook both come close. The Westbrook comes close to anything with a double at the end of it. And Draymond Green, he missed once on points. So, you know, it's so hard to do. I just remember that Akeem, the Dream Olajuwon did it, but you think about it. You're exerting so much energy, communication, and passion in that game. That's why it's so tough to do. And by the way, players are really good. So how are you going to get those 10 rebounds, 10 assists, 10 blocks?
Right, yeah.
Or whatever else you can get along with points. But, yeah, so elusive. Yeah.
Isaiah Thomas out there with Harris. Then it's AI. Then it's Contavious Caldwell Pope. And it's Randall in at the 5 down low. That's who's in the game for the Lakers. 1 minute now into this fourth quarter. Pass to Gay. Shoots from 14. The rebound by Ilgauskas. Ilgauskas has got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight. And you talk about getting thrown into the fire. We're seeing the first NBA minutes for AI in one of the biggest games of the season. This team must believe in him to look his way with everything on the line.
And if you follow the news, you might have heard the story of how AI came to land on this team. This is as pressure-packed a debut as it gets, and AI has to be both terrified and elated right now.
Great D that time from Green. Spurs trail by 14. And Young, here we go. It's stolen by Randall. And AI with the stuff.
No chance AI is going to be going like that. It's a surefire 2 points if you let him get that deep inside.
And we're about 2 minutes into the fourth quarter now. Time called here. The Spurs decide to talk it over.
Well, look, Julius Randle making an effort to up his physical condition. Look, you love his motor, and he wants to be able to handle dealing with larger assignments because he can often give up height on most plays against most players. He's one of the more consistent presence on the floor.
And the Lakers with some changes. Lopez, he's checked in for AI. And it's Ingram. And C-Web with Randall's production. He's shown to be versatile in where he can line up as well.
Yeah, Kevin, I mean, he came into this league as a small forward, but he has seen some time as a small ball 5. I mean, that's crazy. The focus on conditioning, that's helped him in that regard. He's turned his defense from a weakness into a strength as he continues to improve his game.
The free throw off from Harris. See, we have a big rule change. Defenders have to give jump shooters space to land. Your thoughts on that?
Great. Thank you. Think about...
All right, everybody, hold up. Hey, keep it tight. Don't let up on Marcus. You got that?
Yeah, we clear. I understand.
All right, man. Now, look, let's bring this W home. Bring it in.
Let's do it.
Ready? Right.
And some changes here for the Spurs. Pau Gasol is checked in for Murray. Aldridge comes in for Manu Ginobili. And it's Green in for Patty Mills. Spurs trail by 16.
And this is what they wanted. I mean, to announce their presence in this matchup with authority, very decisive. It can definitely be considered a statement win for the Lakers.
They never settled for mediocre shots.
And Kevin, they had great penetration this time out.
And on the year, looking at their record, this game will make it 49 wins.
They were really smart in the use of that game plan tonight. Used it in their first 2 games against this team, which equaled to 2 wins.
And one of the key components to this victory, if not the biggest, was the incredible performance for Julius Randle.
From an offensive standpoint, he was their leader tonight. Whenever they needed a big bucket, he was always the guy to come up.
Aldridge, no luck.
The defense is doing just enough to bother him on the jump.
Harris finds Thomas. 35 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Pass to Lopez. Over Gasol. And again, it's the Lakers.
And leaving nothing to chance here on this game-clinching run.
Yeah, that offense shifted into high gear. I love the attack mindset.
Harris against Green. He kicks it to Aldridge. And out of bounds as Los Angeles gains possession. Upside Thomas. And so it's the Lakers taking care of business here. It was a tale of 2 teams tonight, one that was in total control, operating flawlessly, and the other just searching for answers that they could never find.
I mean, the energy here is just so tremendous. Fans involved from the get-go, and once they started to really pour it on, it was fun to see that rhythm and flow from their perspective.
And that about does it for the final game of the NBA regular season.
Hey, Big Toonie. Hey, I didn't think I'd see you here.
I'm here as a fan, not as a scout. Thanks for the show.
Hey, man, so what you think? Am I running yet?
Hey, this is just the beginning, kid. But you're going to have a lot of teams to choose from this summer. I'll make sure of it. Welcome to the NBA.
Hey, thank you. Thank you.
Yeah.
I'm just here to check out the new talent. This is the future of the game right here.
Hey, stop recording my face, bro. This is your boy right here. This is a star.
Hey, you had a tremendous game tonight. I'm sure there'll be many more to come. But let's start with your name first. AI. What does that stand for?
What's my name?
What it do, youngin'?
Hey.
Appreciate you meeting with me.
Yeah, you can thank my agent for that.
Yeah? He happened to mention why I wanted to sit down?
Nah, you know, just told me to keep an open mind.
So when you moving to a new spot?
Oh, you know, a couple weeks back.
I still remember my first check, man. Had the little Knicks logo on the top corner. Next day, I went out and bought me a watch or a Frosty. 3 weeks later, on the road in Miami, hit up Mansion post game, and the next morning, woke up, poof, 200 large, gone.
You heard of insurance?
I thought I was gonna play forever. Like Vince Carter, collecting a paycheck and a pension. Last thing I remember was James Harden's grin. He hit me with that half cross, half carry thing he likes to do, and I'm waiting for the step back, and next thing I see, black. Woke up in Cedars. Mama was sitting there with a Bible on her lap while the doctor told her that I had hypertrophic cardiomyopathy. Means my heart muscles were so swollen, blood couldn't pass through no more. Doctor told me I could never play ball again. It's the worst day of my life. The hoop was my identity, man. It was my reason. After that, man, I just spun out, you know? People try to reach out, you know, all the dudes from around the league that you'd expect. Oh, try to make me feel better, but I wasn't hearing them. Wasn't long before I was back in my mama's crib in Jersey. Same single bed, flat broke. It's amazing how quick the cheese melts. The humbling comes for us all. Matter of fact, I still remember the first time I saw you playing the Dykeman. You was a freshman. So cocky, you'd make LeVar Ball blush.
Oh, all right. So that's why you took my ankles, huh? Man, I remember. People still send me gifts of that.
That's why you so salty, huh? Man, you are competitive. I get it. No one likes to clown it. Man, the reason I did that, though, man, you was out there stealing my shine, man. I couldn't just relinquish the crown, man. It's Dykeman.
I know, man. They never let you forget.
Right? Man. So we good?
Yeah, man, we good.
All right. See, the real reason I'm here, man, I want to manage you.
Oh, okay.
Look,
Yo, man, have you ever managed anyone?
I mean, technically, you're the first player I've ever even approached about this. But wait. You know, the last few years, I was coaching AAU, and I was finishing up my finance degree. You know, I've been paying my dues.
I don't know, man. Like, what's an undrafted free agent even need with a manager? You know, agent and lawyer got me covered.
No. Listen, they're deal makers. I handle the day-to-day. I'm talking media, endorsements. For instance, how much you paying for this crib, huh?
I don't know, 6.
6. It's a new apartment building over on Park that's willing to let you live there rent-free if you just mention them on social media. I got a car dealership and a furniture warehouse that's willing to do the same thing. That's a new crib and a new car gratis. I mean, it might not be glamorous, but listen, you gotta think about this. Do you want to be the kid with the frosty wrists? Or the one with the diversified portfolio, huh? Look, our paths wouldn't even pass a sobriety test. But we made it back. We're survivors. The real ones. Just imagine what we could do together, man. That's all I'm asking. Just imagine it, man.
Hey, you know what? I don't have to think about it. I'm in.